Yo, what's going on, everyone? We are back with another reaction video. Thank you so much for stopping by to the channel today. The love and support really means a lot. Today, we'll be checking out a highly recommended video. Today, I'll be reacting to when Canada burned down the White House. The War of 1812. Now, why am I just learning about this today? In 2025? This is the War of 1812. Why am I learning about this today in 2025? I have never learned about this in school. They don't teach this. This is crazy. I see the thumbnail and I'm like, you lying. You got to be lying. Ain't nobody ever touched the White House. You talk about the White House in Washington, D.C. Ain't nobody ever touched that, man. Stop all the foolishness. Yeah. Let's go ahead and check out this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. We on that road to 1,000 subscribers and we gonna hit it fast. We gonna hit it soon. Let's get right into this video, man. I'm talking too much. I need to figure out what
so
happened.
It is 1783, and the Treaty of Paris has just been signed between the US and Britain, which means, yay, the colonies are independent. Though that did not mean that both sides were still not very buddy-buddy with each other, and were also still doing stuff to piss each other off. So when France decided screw monarchy and went to conquer most of Europe, Britain and friends went to war with them. And Britain, doing what it does best, sent its big chungus navy to blockade France. Only problem was they did not have enough sailors. And this was not helped by the fact that many British sailors hopped on over to American ships as they did not want to serve in the Navy. So Britain did the only logical thing and started boarding the ships of a neutral nation and yoinked British deserters, even the ones that had become American citizens. Now, of course, this wasn't an exact science, as the British probably took quite a few American sailors who had never even set foot in Britain. Another thing the Brits did to piss off the Americans was their support of the many Indian tribes fighting the US, and then passing the Ordnance Council, which required American ships to dock in Britain and pay tax before trading with other European powers. But eventually, the British Prime Minister Robert Jenkinson decided to smooth things out and rescinded the Ordnance Council, but unfortunately, it was not like he could just text the Americans what's up, and it took about 3 weeks for the message to cross the Atlantic. Well, in that time, the Americans decided that they had had enough and declared war. But this wasn't just because America was salty with Britain, but also because they really wanted Canada. And who could blame the US for this? Canada has free healthcare, poutine, and Michael Cera. Now, the US was a bit optimistic about the whole thing, and while yes, they had more troops than Britain and North America, they were of a lower quality, and they only had 17 ships to Britain's over 1,000.
17 ships? 1,000? Oh, this is around, okay, 18. Wow. 17 ships. Britain was on top. They had 1,000 ships. Man, y'all had money. Britain got money.
They also believed that the Anglo-Canadians would just see the light and side with the Americans. So the US rushed in to attack the British in Upper Canada from Detroit with a numerically superior army, and promptly lost and had to give up Detroit. They were also not helped by the fact that the Anglo-Canadians stayed loyal, and so did the Quebecers, as they kind of liked their deal with Britain, where they could be Catholic and French, something they feared that the Americans would take away. Meanwhile, in northern Michigan, the British attacked the American garrison there, who had no idea there was even a war going on, because again, no texting in 1812. Also, a bunch of native tribes ended up siding with the British, as they were not too fond of the whole manifest destiny thing, and Britain gave them some vague promises about their own Indian.
What is with that, man? Ain't nothing wrong with manifesting your destiny. We are here for a reason and have a purpose. They say the same thing in Britain too, man. They say we foolish because, you know, we believe that we are control of our destiny. You're not. I mean, it's true, you're not. But I mean, on a certain scale, you are. Life is what you make it. You here for a reason. For real. Whatever your purpose is in this world, you gonna suit that purpose until the day you leave. So, I mean, yeah. I'm controlling my destiny, man. I don't care what nobody say. I'm chasing my dreams.
State. So the Americans tried invading again, amassing a force in upstate New York, but then immediately got clapped by the British after crossing the Niagara River. In 1813, the Americans tried again to take back Detroit, but one of the American commanders screwed up and marched his force ahead of the main force and got destroyed by the British, which kind of bungled the whole thing. But the Americans finally did something that did not immediately flop on its face when they crossed Lake Ontario to take Toronto and then saw some success taking several forts along the Niagara River. Down south, though, conflict flared up between the US and Creek natives, which Britain, along with Spain, who wasn't even fighting in the war, supported the Creeks. The US did its thing, of course, and defeated them and forced them to cede even more land away. Around this time, the US got a boat to Lake Erie, and there was a freaking naval battle in there, which the US won. So at least the Americans had one out of the 5 Great Lakes in their control. In November, the US's steam ran out when they tried to take Montreal and failed in that task. With winter setting in, the British used this to their advantage and pushed back the Americans past the Niagara. Around this time, Napoleon got defeated, again, which allowed the British to reinforce Canada. The British also started raiding the South and freed many slaves, many of whom went on to fight for the British. So maybe the British were the good guys in this war.
They were the good guys, which maybe they were. Ain't no maybe, they were the good guys in this war. But we was taught that we were the good people. We the bad guys. No. America is the bad guys. We are the bad guys, man. Apparently. No, we definitely are. Ain't no apparently. No.
Both sides beginning to run out of money for their war efforts and starting peace negotiations, the British under General Cockburn sailed into Chesapeake Bay and landed near DC. When the British entered DC, they began to burn down many public buildings, including the White House. It is even said that a Canadian militia did this, but I really could not find a reliable source on that, so let's just pretend so I can use that as clickbait in the title.
Oh, you ain't right. You ain't... You ain't right for that. You ain't right for that. You ain't right for that. I was looking at the thumbnail too, like, what? That happened? I gotta click on this. Gotta react to this. He done clickbait. We got clickbaited, man. We got clickbaited, man. I'm glad he just told me that, man. Because I was going to
General Cockburn also ordered his soldiers to destroy any seas they found, so the Americans could not abuse his name. Wonder why they did that. But then a big storm hit and the Brits had to go back on their ships. They tried to take Baltimore next, but failed. And Francis Scott Key made a pretty cool song about it. I don't know if you've heard it before. Meanwhile, down south, Andrew Jackson, not the president yet, went and attacked the British and Spanish, who weren't even in the war, at Pensacola. Then moved to New Orleans to fortify for an upcoming British attack. Meanwhile, back in Ghent, where peace negotiations were going on, the Brits proposed control of the Great Lakes region for themselves, and an Indian barrier stayed there. Now, of course, neither side really had any leverage, so on December 24th, 1814, peace was finally signed, with literally no border changes. Unfortunately, again, no texting, British forces still attacked New Orleans, but the Americans under Andrew Jackson repelled it. And then everyone finally got word of the war ending, and hence the War of 1812 ended in 1815. Great job on naming that, historians. So who really won? I don't know, but the natives sure didn't.
Yeah.
Thanks for patrons.
Look, the natives got, I don't curse, so I'm gonna just say messed over. You know what word I would use. Look, the Indians got messed over by the Americans. You know, they took their land. We learned that. Why is there always like half the story? Why are we always learning half the story? This is half of the story. He literally just gave me the other half. We know about the Indians and the Pilgrims. We know about all this. He just gave me the other half because we didn't know about this. Why you clickbait me like that? No, I really... That's why I reacted to this. I really wanted to know. No. Oh, it came right up with no. That's crazy. It came right up with no. No, Canada did not burn down the White House during the War of 1812, which was fought in Britain over maritime rights. What is now Canada was not yet a country in 1812, but rather British colonies. I don't think this information is truly accurate like he did say. It's not really accurate. Okay, so they didn't. They didn't. Canada nor the British troops burned down the White House, but I wouldn't be surprised. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. Thank you so much for stopping by to the channel today. The support means a lot. Feel free to share this video and share this channel to your friends, your family members. We are this close to 1,000 subscribers, and we gonna hit it fast. We gonna hit it real soon. Feel free to spam my comment section as well and use that suggestion link down below in my description if you guys want to go ahead and recommend some more of these videos for me to react to. Once again, it's your boy Strac Views, clocking out with another reaction video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe.